spoiler warning. If you have not played the Borderlands series and want to play the Borderlands series, play that and then come back to this episode. Welcome back to Cookies and Milk. I'm your host, William.
I'm your host, Ben.
It's episode 82.
Episode 82. Raboob is done grooming me, so he's going to leave.
Hey, nice.
Very convenient.
We're talking about things today.
I was talking about styles of games. I've been listening to unsolicited advice, as you probably also have.
Yes, I have, because we are good supporters of our friends.
Of course.
Of our
Definitely never say anything like...
Of our creative partners.
Right. Definitely never say anything like a whole episode that's just like a really weird...
Mean.
Yes. Unsolicited Advice is a writing podcast, just a creative type podcast.
I described what it was last week.
I'm going to do it again. And it really analyzes...
Oh, right, because you cut it last week.
I cut it out. It really analyzes several facets of the creative industry.
And the creative process.
So I wanted to take a closer look and analyze some games. With something that I feel like we actually haven't talked about somehow. Oh, also, congrats on calling the Spyro.
Yeah.
Like, literally, that's the only time our podcast has ever been timely. Because you called it, and then it happened over the week.
And you can't be like, they released it the week of April 9th, so obviously they had time. We dated the podcast in the episode. Because we recorded it April 2nd because we said yesterday was April Fool's Day.
Wow, yeah, man. Very good.
So, I'm a genius.
Yeah, you killed it. And you even called it was going to be like exactly a trilogy, too.
I'm a trend master, if you will.
What's next for this week?
Oh, God. Oh, no.
What video game news are we going to receive? Oh, trendsetter. Oh, master of media.
I don't like this title anymore. It's too much pressure. Kingdom Hearts 3's canceled.
Ooh, I hate that.
Yeah, it happened. I hate to say it. It happened.
We did have an amiibo tournament just now, and before one of my kids' crushing defeats, I claimed that he could see the future. He already knew how the match was going to end, and then he got two-stocked.
Yeah.
And that's why he stopped fighting halfway through. He realized it was pointless.
Well, it's so sad.
Yeah, that's a fucked up thing to see.
No. Sorry.
It's okay. It's fine.
I'm so sorry.
Don't let it beat yourself up over this. Don't let it beat yourself up over this.
That's something that kind of kills me. You don't see any amiibo tournaments anymore on YouTube. I saw one, and it was the SCGC. That's Screw Attack Game Convention.
Sure.
SAGC.
Screw Attack Game Convention.
Yeah.
Sex.
I'm sure that's what it is. What it's called. So they did one hardcore amiibo tournament, right?
Where the amiibo dies.
Where the amiibo dies. Like, it's gruesomely destroyed on stage. And that was fun. I enjoyed watching it. And there was, like, this little thing at the end there where one of the competitors was able to survive.
Wait, how long ago was this?
This was, like, 2015.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a long time ago.
It was a long time ago, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And there was, like, I wanted to see more, like, of that type of stuff, but I don't think it ever happened, and I might be wrong, but yeah, I don't think there was ever another amiibo tournament. It seemed like people had a good time, and like it was a alright thing, but maybe it isn't a good thing to try to hype up.
It died out. The hype died out. And that's just sort of how things go. I do have a funny story about an amiibo tournament I went to.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not sure that the story itself was whatever. Went to a convention, and they were going to have an amiibo tournament at the convention.
Yeah.
So I borrowed my Mario amiibo and Williams Luigi amiibo, Americano and Haka.
Right.
And we took them to the tourney. I don't even remember how it came up, but we were discussing, like, because they ended up, the second day, I just, like, left them in the hotel room. And we left them in there with, like, one of the other toys that came around, and it was like, I don't like them, they were mean to me. And it was like, all they know is how to fight!
Yeah.
Which is just like a truth to amiibos. It's a weird sort of existence that they've got.
Right, yeah, that makes sense.
I've heard of them as children, but they exist to fight.
They are my gladiators.
Yeah. And their coach. I train them to fight, and then they fight.
Yeah.
And it is weird. I mean, like, just sort of the trend for amiibos is dying out because it was a gold mine with Smash.
It was a gold mine with Smash, but now there's no longer Smash.
And then they kept
there's no
pushing
Smash
it.
on the horizon.
They pushed it and pushed it and pushed it. They were like, and people will want all these Animal Crossing amiibos.
No, it didn't.
And nobody wanted the Animal Crossing amiibos.
Yeah.
Smash amiibos were good because they were very, very popular characters. They
Well
were really
designed.
cool to go into Smash.
Yeah.
Animal Crossing amiibos are terrible. I mean, they're fine.
Amiibo usage is terrible.
Yeah.
Because there's so little impact that amiibos have in every other game that isn't Smash. Because for like any other Nintendo game, it's like put an amiibo to get a cool prize. Like,
Yeah.
I would rather it influence the game in some other way that isn't like getting materials in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, that, and even, like, unlocking, like, an outfit or something is, like, still not ideal. I'm not trying to pay $10 for a statue and a costume DLC.
That's true. Although, yes, they are figurines. Cheap figurines. Well-made figurines.
And that's the best part about them. And that's why Smash is a gold mine. Because people want figures of these characters.
Yeah.
Even if it's just, like, a little statue. I mean, it's why they got to, like, fucking $30 or $40. Or, like, $100 at max when... Was it Palutena?
Palutena, what do you mean?
She was the Amazon exclusive?
Yeah.
And she sold out in, like, seconds?
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah. But our collection is complete now, isn't it?
Yeah, we've got one of every fighter.
That's cool.
Yeah. Spread out amongst us, but yeah, still.
We're missing, like, a couple of the Player 2 outfits.
Yeah.
But that's because they're exclusives to places. I'll find one, like, eventually. Eventually I'll be at Best Buy and they'll just, like, have the Bayonetta Player 1 or Player 2 and I'll pick that up. I'm not gonna, like, seek them out. Because I don't need them.
Of course.
I have the Corrin Player 2 in my house. I haven't trained him yet.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. We definitely haven't talked about
Styles of video games.
So, I have two in mind. I'll talk about Mad World first.
Okay. Oh, stylistic.
Yeah, stylistic games. Games that are very heavy on the style. And Mad World is, it's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
Oh, very nice.
That's the end of the podcast.
Yeah, we're going to call it on that one. We should call it on that one. Mad World is a game developed by Platinum. It was one of the first 3 big games that they developed with Sega. It was a Wii game that emphasized motion controls, because you can really get into the gore with it. You play as a character with a huge chainsaw on his arm, and the game is all in black and white.
Except for the blood, which is in red.
Except for the blood, which is in red, and it's so nice. The graphics aren't great, because it was a Wii. It was a Wii game.
Yeah.
And
But the style doesn't
need the graphics. It doesn't care about the
exactly
graphics.
because it's black and white,
Which is perfect. Like, that's such a great design choice. Even if they weren't thinking about the graphics, like how the graphics would look, which I'm sure they were.
Yeah, of course.
They were developing Bayonetta and Vanquish at the same time.
Vanquish really was the odd sheep out, huh?
Because it just didn't get anything? Or
It didn't get anything.
which is weird because it's the only one that ended on a cliffhanger.
That sucks.
Yeah, Vanquish ends on a cliffhanger.
Wow.
And then we've got nothing for Vanquish. Bayonetta ended on a solid note. It was like, got it.
Bayonetta's going to keep doing Bayonetta.
And then 3 games.
3 games, because Bayonetta was the most successful?
Yeah, 100%. Mad World got a sequel, but it's not even, like, confirmed that it's, like, a canonical...
Right, Anarchy Reigns.
Anarchy Reigns.
Which, no, I don't think that's a sequel.
I mean, so Jack is there.
Jack is there, but it's not a sequel to Mad
Yeah,
World.
it's definitely... I mean, it's probably the same Jack, but it's, like, so over the top and, like, out there. Some of the same characters are there. There's Blacker Baron, who's in there, because, spoiler alert, you kill Black Baron in Mad World.
And then there's Blacker Baron.
Yeah, he's Blacker Baron.
Does he comes back as a robot?
No, I think he's a different guy.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
I feel that's a weird thing to do. if you're like a guy, and you see like, and there's like this other guy, and you're like, I'm gonna be more of that guy.
Yeah,
after he dies, like I'm not gonna be my own person. I'm just gonna be more of that guy. That's right. I'm calling Blacker Baron out on the podcast.
Okay, yeah. He just goes by he just goes by Baron. But his tagline is his name is Blacker Baron. He is a cyborg, but I don't think he's a character in Anarchy Reigns makes his way into Anarchy Ring, offering to help the highest bidder. Signature features gold fists, super sexy fists of fire, all in the story, personality, and background. Let's see if he is. Oh wait, is he actually?
If he's a cyborg,
The Blacker Baron is a bounty hunter who specializes in bringing marks back dead. He has a long history with Jack and considers him to be his only rival. History as a bounty hunter, known to be constantly at odds with Jack. Said to be the same character as the original Black Baron.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it said to not be the same character.
Oh. Okay.
So yeah, that's just a little factoid.
So Mad World style holds up.
But it loses it in Anarchy Reigns.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, a big reason that Anarchy Reigns just didn't have the same pull.
It flopped. Also, it was a lot bigger.
Yeah, it also tried to have like a multiplayer.
Yeah.
You can play as more characters and stuff, which is really cool. I want to pick it up again at some point.
Did you beat it?
I beat it, yeah.
Yeah.
The ending is annoying.
Yeah.
You're about to land the final hit, and then he kills both of you. And then that was like a trick. He was thinking that in his own mind.
As
and
he
then
died.
You kill him, and it's just like, why do that? What a
Yeah.
weird thing to do. But Mad World is so good. The music is so good. It all feels really good. It makes a lot of great use of the Wii's little microphone in the speaker in the Wiimote.
Can you hear? Can you hold it to your phone?
I'm not sure if you actually do that, but it plays the chainsaw noise out of that.
Oh, that's fun.
Whenever you rev it up, so you actually you get real invested in it. And it's just like the black on white on blood is just perfect. It's so good.
So I have a game, and it's probably you can probably see this coming from a mile away. Wind Waker.
Yeah.
Wind Waker as a game is incredible. It shows just how well a differing art style from realism can hold up. Because Wind Waker came out in 2004, right?
That sounds right.
I want to say 14 years ago. It came out on a 10-year anniversary in 2014 as an HD remake. It still looks wonderful for the GameCube because it didn't try to be real.
Even not for the GameCube. If you just the HD remake obviously looks better, but if you just pick it up, you wouldn't be like
You wouldn't be on a GameCube.
Yeah.
I mean, you would because you see the button layout, and you'd be holding the controller and you'd turn on the GameCube. You're like, well, not even the GameCube. But Wind Waker just graphics on point, control feels amazing, music wonderful, story's good. Everything holds up. Of course, there are certain things that could be better, that they fine tuned in the Wii U remake, but the Wii U remake and the GameCube version will hold up forever. When the Twilight Princess Wii U remake it's already obsolete.
Yeah.
It's not gonna look. It's not gonna look good in
You can shine it, but I mean, it's still gonna. You can keep putting HD remasters on a game like that, but it doesn't ooze the same style.
It doesn't ooze the nice pastel is a weird. I don't know if I'm using that word right. It's not using the solid
Cel-shaded.
The cel-shaded colors.
Is that right?
No, cel-shaded is the style. I'm gonna say solid colors.
Oh, that's what you mean. The colors specifically.
Yeah. It's not gonna because Twilight Princess has muted colors. That's not good for holding up style wise.
Yeah.
I mean, I know why they did that, but Wind Waker's just the better game, and it's just gonna be better
And it's
for longer.
That's the kind of thing too. It's that if a game, so if you try and have the best graphics, it's gonna look good at the time, but there's always gonna be something that looks better. The next game that comes out the next AAA game that comes out is gonna be like, oh, the graphics are even better than they were here.
Yeah.
In the next game, But when you put a style to it, it makes your game stick out through time.
Right.
Which is why, like, even when I go back to Mad World and I'm like, the game's like, it's obviously not the greatest game. It's a Wii game. It emphasizes on motion controls. But it's so easy to, like, get into.
Yeah.
Like, it gets so immersed. And damn, does that game ooze charm. Like, every single part of it just, it's like, it's so over the top that it doesn't even feel, it feels gory, but, like, you know me.
Of course.
Neither me or you are super, like, into gore.
Yeah.
But then, like, when I throw a trash can on a dude, stab him through with a signpost, and toss him into a trash compactor.
You're feeling that the style of Mad World.
I'm just like, ooh, chain together that combo, fucking sick.
I figured out a different one, and it's Skyward Sword.
Oh, yeah.
They went back to the softer style, and it's still gonna look nice, because, surprise, surprise, when things aren't hard edges, it's harder to... If take a smooth stone
Yeah.
and put it in a river,
It's just going to be a smooth stone no matter how many
it's
times
going to
you
be a
look at it.
smooth stone no matter how many times it goes in through the river.
But a fancy statue?
But to put a fancy statue in there, it's going to get worn away, and you'll just have a less slate.
That's a very good metaphor.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the kind of thing, because that's... It's weird, so you went Wind Waker, which was very heavy on the style, like so far in the style direction, and then Twilight Princess came back down into like realism.
Yeah.
And then Skyward Sword went back into the... It didn't go as far as Wind Waker did, obviously, but it's still like very bright colors and smooth shapes.
Softer colors.
Softer colors.
Skyward Sword is not a game that has the vibrance of Wind Waker. Yeah, it's a lot more... Because picture clouds. Picture like yellowy clouds.
I was actually imagining the stark difference of like the red bird against
good,
the blue
yeah.
sky.
Yeah. It's very good. I like that. I like that contrast. Because it makes sense.
Yeah, and then Breath of the Wild does the same sort of thing.
Yes, Breath of the Wild is another cel-shaded. Because Link works in cel-shading.
Yeah, because Legend of Zelda, while it's always telling stories about like the big grand adventures, it doesn't need like the gritty realism of fantasy that a lot of fantasy carries with it.
It won't look good. It won't fit.
Yeah. Like, it'll work, but it's not going to stick out the same as some other... It's always so weird to me when people are like, Wind Waker's cartoony style doesn't do it for me. And it's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, what about that style is, like, putting you off this much? I can understand, like, the opposite. I can understand, like, I can't play a game that's, like, this gritty and, like, toned down. I just couldn't get excited for it. But, like, the opposite doesn't make any sense to me. Speaking of the opposite, I wanted to talk about Hotline Miami.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Hotline Miami is a game that hits you, like, right off the bat. Like, the way just the start menu, the way it sort of, like, bounces around and, like, has the vibrant colors to it. And it's very harsh pixels and stuff. But it's all, like, it's unsettling. Every single time a face comes on screen, it's unsettling.
Because of the way it, like, moves back and forth?
And just, like, it's just wrong.
Yeah.
Like, it's, it's, like, too warped. And then once they start to get, like, bloodied and the faces show up again. And I love the disconnect between the faces in Hotline Miami and the bodies in Hotline Miami. Because there's just no expression.
There's no faces on the bodies.
There's no faces on the bodies. But once you see the faces, it's like, oh, okay.
That's what your character's been seeing the entire time.
And that's what your character is. And it's a game that's so between all of these things. So it's the harsh realism of the bodies and the disconnect between that, or the realism of the faces, the disconnect of the bodies, and then the fluidity of the combat, and the way the music amps up, and like the way you're chaining stuff together, and you're just like spraying bullets everywhere, and it's so fast paced compared to as soon as the combat ends and everything goes dead quiet, and there's just like a little bit of music in the background, and it's great.
You know what I'd hate?
When something interrupts the silence.
No, I had an idea where it becomes a first person.
Ooh.
Yeah. Where you're in Hotline Miami and it's first person. And
Yeah.
you see a person with the face just walking towards you.
Oh, I
like,
hate
or
it.
like there's people on the ground and you see that.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
Yeah, I don't know, I don't like the faces in Hotline Miami, you know, it's very good. The game wants to be unsettling, and it is. And I like it a lot. I'm trying to think of other games that have had styles that have really stuck out to me. Super Hot obviously has a very rigid style, but I feel like I've talked enough about.
Katamari has a style.
Yeah, I was looking at the exact same one.
Yeah, Katamari has a nice style.
Yeah.
It doesn't shift a lot. Like, I feel like Katamari can be played on any console, but they just only are on Sony consoles. Katamari needs to come back.
Yeah,
Like, I feel like Katamari can be handled a lot more now.
it's weird. Katamari is just like. I remember it coming out and hearing like a news story about it or something, or like some report or some review, and it was just like, it's the simplest game. You just like move around.
It's tough.
And yeah, I was like, alright, and then I actually played it and I was like, what the fuck?
It is very hard.
Yeah, this shit like amps up. I also get, he's mean to me about it.
Right, yeah. That's a style in and of itself.
Yeah.
How characters talk and respond to you.
That's a sort of that's just sort of a Eastern style. A lot of Japanese games have that sort of weird, like, abrasive sense of humor.
Yeah.
Which is nice. There's a certain charm to it.
It makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. I'm trying to think about another game with good style. I mean,
Borderlands.
Borderlands is very good.
I wanted to...
Bring that up.
Alan apologized in the most recent episode about Handsome Jack. So I guess we should probably announce... I feel like we've talked about Handsome Jack on the podcast before.
Yeah.
Our-
We don't hate Handsome Jack as a villain.
Like, he's a great villain.
He's a great villain. That's not why we're mad.
But it's the sort of thing that, we played Borderlands 2, 12 times? Like a nonsense amount
So
of
many
times.
times.
And after, like, the 5th playthrough, it stops being endearing.
Yeah.
And it starts to just be the shitty things he does. And it's also the kind of thing, one of my issues with it, is that the amount of time spent, like, he spends, like, losing is 0.
Yeah.
Like, there's the one big shift in it, and that starts to be my favorite part of the game with Handsome Jack.
Right.
Because a cocky, always on top of it villain is, like, fine and everything, and it's funny, but until he's broken, it's just, like, the same thing. Like, I know how that goes.
I think he loses sometimes, but he doesn't want to admit it. So
Yeah, and I mean, that's the thing.
yeah, that's fair, because I guess that's once he does start recognizing that he has failed sometimes. So I want to say the first time you see him crack is getting the fast travel beacon to overlook, where he gets
Betrayed
mad
by
at-
Angel.
Yeah, he gets mad at you. He doesn't realize that Angel's actually helping you to help you, and he gets mad.
Yeah.
He stops talking to you for a while.
That's I'm sending everything I've got at you.
Everything I've got at you.
Yeah.
And then you beat that.
Yeah, that's a good scene.
And so I'm pretty sure he stops talking to you after a while.
Yeah, it's
for a
there's
little
a
while.
brief. So here's the thing about it is, like, after a certain point, after a certain amount of playthroughs, we were less enthused by the outward persona and more interested in what was going on behind the mask, as it were.
That's true.
And the part that gets
I
me,
think it helped when we got to pre-sequel. And we came back to 2.
yeah, it was like, it's different. It's like it was a whole extra thing. And that's sort of what gets me about it, is that whenever anybody has a conversation about Handsome Jack, it's never about that background stuff.
It's never about pre-sequel.
It's always about that over-the-top, snarky bastard who you love to hate.
But they just love him.
They just love him. Yeah, that's the real thing here. Is nobody's ever like, oh man, I hate him so much. No, you just actually you like him.
Yeah, which is bad.
Yeah, and you ship him with like
someone who he abuses.
Yeah, don't do that one.
Yeah,
that's the part that really gets me. And then so you top the piece de resistance on the cake is that usually people when they're having this conversation about Borderlands and they're like, oh, I love Handsome Jack so much, and Claptrap's really annoying. And
which is the worst because Claptrap embodies just a very nice, caring person, which is enforced by the pre-sequel. They don't look at the pre-sequel.
Yeah, they've not played the pre-sequel.
Please play the pre-sequel because it shows Jack as a human who's made terrible mistakes and also just does wrong, and then Claptrap as a person who just cares, and you see Handsome Jack and Claptrap just have that clash.
Yeah.
And then Claptrap's just like thrown away.
Oh man, the Claptastic Voyage, like I wish we'd gotten more DLCs for
I wish we could have, because there's so much there.
But like if I had to only get Claptastic DLC, I would take it.
That's fine.
Yeah. Because man, what a good DLC.
A deep dive into Claptrap's whole thing. It's important.
Yeah.
I forgot about Claptastic Voyage.
Yeah.
God,
is it Claptastic Voyage or Claptastic Journey? It is Voyage, isn't it?
It's either.
Yeah. It doesn't. Unimportant.
That ending though.
Yeah. God, that ending gets me every time. I don't want to say it.
And I'm not talking about destroying the product line.
You're talking about the Shut Up Claptrap?
No. I'm talking about spoilers for Claptastic Voyage, where he's talking to the virus, and he's like, why are you defending them? They've done all these things.
They hate you.
They hate you, and he's like, they're my friends.
Yeah.
And then the virus...
You leave immediately.
Then you leave immediately. And then Claptrap is torn away from all the other trap units. He loses his wheel that lets him climb stairs.
Yeah, Jack shoots him.
You see the picture of him doing that, and then like Claptrap's telling the story, and then people are like, "Shut up, Claptrap."
He's like, "They're my friends." Jack shoots him.
Everyone's laughing.
Athena leaves. Athena's not laughing, but the sheriff? I can't remember. Nisha, yeah. She's there, she's laughing, Wilhelm is laughing. Jack is laughing, obviously.
Right.
And, I mean, that's really the fucking thing about it. Is like, I can't even, like, Cocky Bears love to hate him. Just fucking asshole.
They're fucking bullies. They're bullies in that moment.
He's...
Also, murderers.
Yeah.
They commit a genocide.
Yeah.
Of units, of robots that can feel pain, have personalities.
There was no... pre-sequel is really just it. There's
all the Claptraps that are there die.
There was no single scene, or there was no coming back after Serenity.
Yeah.
There was no coming back there. I could never again be like, Jack's a lovable bastard. I'm like, he's just a fucking... He's a great villain because I just hate him.
Yeah. Felicity.
It was Felicity?
Yeah, because she was talking about, and my name will be
Felicity. Yeah.
Because it means happiness.
What a game. I gotta legitimately put a spoiler warning. Like, seriously, if you haven't played pre-sequel, if you haven't played Claptastic Voyage, stop at a certain point.
Yeah.
Because I can't stress enough.
You should honestly just record a thing that says spoiler warning. If you have not played the Borderlands series and want to play the Borderlands series, play that and then come back to this episode.
Yeah. Because it's just like...
You also, like, ruin Claptrap while you're...
Going through all the shit,
through all the shit, because you delete all of his, like... He has, like, a huge repertoire of music and stuff, and then you only keep dubstep.
Yeah, which is, like, a really sad way to be, like, the dubstep jokes from Borderlands 2. Which is great. It's definitely not like a very painful thing to go through.
Borderlands 3 needs to happen.
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
What the fuck?
Sorry, Battleborn was a flop. Please make Borderlands 3.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
There's the part in the Claptastic Voyage also, and we've definitely talked about this one before, where you're going through the thing with TK Baha,
yeah.
and his biggest fear isn't being alone.
It's other people being alone.
Yeah, it's other people's unhappiness, and it's just like...
And he made a place where TK Baha and his wife can be together?
Yeah. Oh, god damn it kills me. Oh, god damn it kills me.
Oh. Hate the boss, though. Hate the final boss, though. It's not handled well.
Of the Claptastic Voyage?
The Claptastic Voyage. It's just hard.
Isn't that the virus?
Yeah.
I can't even remember.
You kept spawning back in and trying to kill him with the missiles and stuff. It wasn't.
Oh, yeah.
Also, fuck, because your claptrap was not good.
That's the real thing about the pre-sequel, is that it really makes you like Claptrap. Like, at the end of Borderlands 2, I was like, I feel like Claptrap gets too much shit. I wish these bad things didn't happen to him. But in just a sort of, like, I hate to see bad things happen to people kind of way.
Yeah.
At the end of pre-sequel, I was like, I love Claptrap. This guy's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And because we started playing the pre-sequel as a 4-person group.
Right,
And as soon as I unlock the alts. I call everything alts now.
Special moves.
Yeah, the skills.
Skills. Is that what they're called? I have no idea.
You unlock them at level 3. So we got it as soon as we landed on Mars, and I was like, all right. And Mitchell was
the moon,
like,
you mean? You said Mars.
I am like so close to everything today, but I'm just a little bit off. Me and Mitchell, Mitchell was like, let's duel. And so we hit it, and it's like, all right, let's test out the skills. And I pressed the button, and I got the one immediately that's you can't stop firing. And no one can stop firing.
Right.
So you and Atisha were just like off looking at the quest or whatever, and all of a sudden your friends were just like,
No!
Oh my god, it was so good. And it's just always so good. Because it's random. Claptrap's thing is just random, so you press the button, you get a random effect, and you get to unlock more and more random effects.
But they're all good.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
There's none of them that are like... I mean, there's some of them that are like...
Some of them that you could wish it wasn't the case.
The bouncy one, when someone is dead, and you need to revive them.
it just you could I remember when we were like, what is that noise? And it's like, oh yeah, I can't bounce to save you. And while the other person also has the bounce effect, they can't bounce because they're dying, so it's like,
yeah. And I'm like, because you can't land, I'm just bouncing all the time, and I can't actually fucking revive.
Yeah.
First sequel's good.
Yeah, it is. It's very nice.
It's not as long, and it's not as fleshed out as Borderlands 2 is, but if you're a fan of Borderlands, it's almost weird going through both of them again, because Borderlands 2 is maybe like a 20-hour game? Maybe, if you're doing enough DLCs and whatever?
I think if you do the DLCs, it's a lot longer.
Or not DLCs, but the side quests and stuff, if you really
it's
clean up.
It's a decent amount of content, but
however long it is, pre-sequel's like half of it.
Pre-sequel, not even half of it. Pre-sequel's a quarter of Borderlands 2.
Yeah.
Put a DLC included. Pre-sequel doesn't even hold a hair to Borderlands 2. It's so massive.
It's the weirdest thing, though, because I'm always like, oh yeah, Borderlands 2 isn't that long, there's not that much, and then we actually play it again, I'm like, oh, fuck, there's a lot here.
There's a lot. Every area is pretty big, but you also can't do enough with the moon aesthetic.
Yeah, you can't keep it fresh forever.
It's a very silent game.
Here's a weird thing. For all the style of Borderlands 1 does not hold up.
Borderlands 1 does not hold up at all.
Hotline Miami 1 also didn't hold up that much, but it was mostly because I feel like the game wasn't nearly as fluid as Hotline Miami 2 was.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it was a style issue, I feel like it was a gameplay issue, but whatever.
Definitely.
But Borderlands 1 is just, gross.
It's a gross game to play.
The style is just, I forgot how dull it was considering how exciting Borderlands 2 is. And so Borderlands 1 is, pretty neutral. There's some higher key moments. Borderlands 2 just like amps it up, and the pre-sequel is just like you're on the moon shooting lasers and shit.
Right.
Sometimes Claptrap press the button and fucking starts a disco.
You know what? I said Borderlands pre-sequel was quiet. Borderlands 1 was quiet.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of just...
going through desert.
There's just sort of like waiting. Looking around for stuff, like poking through piles for gun parts.
Oh. I'll make you remember the gun parts.
The guns were boring.
Yeah.
The guns were like muted when like if you got like a Molly wand, it'd be like a nice dim blue flare on the barrel of the sniper rifle. When in a Molly wand in Borderlands 2 is like pops high tech, like there's like fire coming out of the tops, just like
there's like a laser in it.
Yeah.
It's and like shit just everything just pops more. It's just like definitely it's probably one of the best sequels of all time. If I had to make a top 10 sequels.
I think that makes sense.
It might be number 1, honestly.
That'd be fair. Yeah.
Played it through 12 times. It'd be weird if I didn't.
I think Mass Effect 2 is a pretty good sequel.
That's probably fair. I got stuck in Mass Effect 1's the fucking
Mass Effect 1. Sorry to bring you back to Mass Effect. What time are we at, actually?
We got there.
36 minutes.
Talk about it very briefly. We can get into sequels.
Mass Effect 2 stripped away a lot of things that made Mass Effect 1 Mass Effect 1. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of walking around and not doing enough in Mass Effect 1. And it's hard to say. Mass Effect 1, there was too much. There was, like, you had to decide, like, oh, do I want polonium rounds? Do I want incendiary rounds? Or, like, to work with shields and stuff. When in reality, you could just do that. Like, they made it an ability.
Yeah.
On the ability wheel. So, like, you apply disruptor ammo for shields. And if you have grunt, you might be able to apply, like, incendiary ammo to all your weapons. And that's a fine change. Armor is now no longer, you get separate upgrades as you go down. There's no Omni-tool upgrades. There's like, wow.
What the fuck? What was that? Cookie is down there, and I was scratching her. I didn't want to lean down anymore, so I patted my lap, and she like walked the fuck away.
Like she was all sassy about it.
Come on, good girl. Anyways,
so everything that you do to like go to a store and buy that stuff isn't really there anymore.
Yeah.
What you do is you go to your ship and you upgrade things. So like you need a shield upgrade. Or you need an Omni-tool upgrade. You go to Morden. You go to a research lab and you research that upgrade. I'm pretty sure you can buy weapons and stuff. You can buy pieces of armor. But more often than not, you'll get your primary advancements through the ship's computer, and you'll upgrade the ship itself. You'll also you can get certain things in shops, which is fine. It's fine if you need to be like, you need to go above yourself. So buying a weapon upgrade, I think it's hard to remember what Mass Effect 2 really did in terms of upgrades for shops.
Yeah, makes sense. I wanted to talk briefly about a game that encompasses. I'll make a brief segue here because I wanted to talk about. I'm talking about Mario games real quick about styles and sequels and whatnot.
That's fair.
And I was thinking a lot of, this is just sort of a lot of old Nintendo games still look very visually appealing. And I was like Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, like all the Game Boy Advance games. And then I was thinking that's just sort of a general thing. Good sprite work is gonna be good forever.
Yeah, that's fair.
Whereas 3D, not gonna.
Mario 64 obviously does not hold up like Super Mario World.
But it's weird, though, because Mario 64 has such a good style. You could spot anything from Super Mario 64 and be like, yep, I know exactly what that is, I know where that is, I know what that is. But if you took, like, area from, I don't know, say a game is gonna... Gears of War. I'll fucking say I said it.
That's fair.
Gears of War. And you could be like, what is this from? And somebody, like, played Gears of War like really.
Oh, that's the Hive.
I know where that is, but it's like it would look almost indistinguishable from like other third-person shooter.
That's
locations.
Dom's apartment.
I know, Dom. That's a weird level in the game.
When you go to Dom's apartment,
and you have the third-person shooter, Dom's apartment.
That's not an action.
Third-person shooter. You know what I'm saying when I say third-person shooter. Something.
Cover-based shooter.
Yeah, you're taking cover behind a bunch of things. You're flipping around and stuff.
His wife is not there.
I feel like with Discerning Eye, you could be like, oh, I know what this is from any like first-person shooter.
Mass Effect does that pretty well.
Yeah, there's like a lot of bunch of little things that would like identify it, but Mario 64 no contest.
That's
you
fair.
see a world in Mario 64 and you're like, of course I know what that is.
Yeah.
And it's because it's so well put together. They invented the 64-bit and then perfected it.
Yeah.
Right there. But then I wanted to talk about a game that fits into our sequel discussion and themes styles discussion, Paper Mario.
Yes. Yes.
A game that has a beautiful style that's going to hold up forever. And then...
Paper Mario does... It's... Paper Mario style can hold up.
Yeah.
It's hard to hold up when there are Paper Mario sequels right now.
And that's what I mean. So, but the theme, or the style in the first one was like, oh, it's paper. And that's just how things look. Everything else is the same.
Yeah.
It's what
that's
happens.
fair, yeah.
And then Thousand Year Door was like, it's paper. You can fold yourself up and do puzzles that way. And then Super Paper Mario is like, it's paper. You can flip the dimensions and stuff, work and do all that crazy stuff that way. And then it starts to just...
It's paper. It's paper.
It's paper. It's paper. Where's the game? It's paper.
That's fair. So I'll say this. I think Thousand Year Door did it best in terms of style.
Sure.
Because it feels the best. Because characters live and breathe in Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door. Because with N64, with Paper Mario for the N64, it's kind of zoomed out.
Yeah, it's...
You don't really take a look at Mario a lot. Like, there's still, like, some mannerisms that Mario has in it, but that's just normal things that would happen in the game.
It's definitely... It got perfected. It was a cool, new, amazing style in... It's weird to compliment an older game style when so many games have the same style, like you said. Yeah. But definitely what was very cool in 64 was perfected on the GameCube.
Thousand Year Door and Paper Mario for the N64 did it best. The other games, and I know you like Super Paper Mario, but Super Paper Mario
Watch yourself.
Failed.
Fuck hate.
As a Paper Mario game. It didn't create for me, it did not create an interesting world. I'm going from like place to place that I'm never going to see again. Like World 1 of 1.
Yeah, the platforming, you're right, it's such a harsh deviation. And it's not an RPG.
And the character designs, as much as I'll say the antagonists work for character designs. Count Bleck,
yes,
right?
That's wrong.
They're okay. Everyone else, no. Because I look at a man who is a block, and I'm like, where's my Goomba? Where's my Goomba man?
But that's the thing I love about it so much, is that it is such a harsh shift, because we just said it. Super Thousand Year Door perfected it. How do you top that? You do something different.
That's true. And I guess that's fair. I'll give Super Paper Mario that.
At least it's not the new ones.
At least it's not the new ones. People like Color Splash. Color Splash did something more. Sticker Star was the worst thing imaginable. I'm sure some people like Sticker Star. And I can't say it's the worst thing imaginable. I'll take that back because I haven't played it. It just looks so uninteresting.
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest, I can enjoy Color Splash's combat system. But if it's just worse in Sticker Star, I'm not gonna play it because if it's not a fixed version in Color Splash, there's definitely no way I'd enjoy that type of thing.
But it is so weird to me that after a certain amount of time they were like, stop making new characters.
Miyamoto said that,
Yeah.
which is the worst.
Just keep using Mario characters that already exist. And it's like, that's so confusing.
Yeah.
Why would you make this decision? It's weird. He should retire.
He should retire. Cookie looks fun.
She looks what?
Cookie looks fun. Like she's having a fun time.
Like
she's having
a picture now.
A sad time.
She's a dog for sure.
It's weird. Thousand Year Door. They should try to do more with what Thousand Year Door made, though. Like, make a world that I care about with, like, the sort of, the comedy that Paper Mario has.
Yeah. Paper Mario feels so alive.
Despite being made of paper.
Yeah.
It's the
there's a lot of dimension there. There's a kind of depth.
Yeah.
Jokes.
It has the most character of any Mario game ever, and it's you can say Superstar Saga is all right. It is. It just, I think Thousand Year Door had more life than any other Mario and Luigi game.
That's weird. I mean,
you gotta play Thousand Year Door.
I gotta play Thousand Year Door.
Like, there's no other way around it. It's just, it works. It works.
It just works.
It just works. Like, there's not much else I can say because Mario and Luigi are falling into the same problems that Paper Mario is now. Toads on toads on toads.
Yeah. I guess before we have this conversation, we really should fucking binge all the games. All of them in a row.
Oh, God.
I for as much as I'm like, oh man, I mean, it's not incorrect for me to say this. Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga was one of the best games of my childhood.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's still like one of the best games I've ever played.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's...
I need to beat it.
You never beat it?
No, I never beat it.
Oh, wow, you should beat it.
You think I can beat Bowletta, dude?
Now?
Maybe.
Yeah. Beating her as a child, I was like, fucking yes, dude, I'm amazing. I'm the best and the smartest.
Give me the new version of the game, and I.
Oh yeah, the HD remake.
Yeah, I don't think it's HD.
But it's actually, it looks exactly like Wind Waker now.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
That's insane.
Huge graphics overhaul.
Oh man, the 3DS can really handle its stuff now.
Oh. Speaking of fucking styles,
the 3DS.
The 3DS has. I don't know what is up. Switch is like a step in the right direction, but Nintendo's garbled some fucking styles, dude. Smash looks terrible on the 3DS.
Yeah.
It's weird that it looks so good on the Wii U and so fucking not good on the 3DS.
The 3DS definitely ate some shit.
Yeah. It definitely played Monster Hunter 3 on the 3DS.
God, that was so... I mean, Monster Hunter 3 is not the worst, because the 3DS can handle Monster Hunter.
Handle it is what I would describe that
as. It
as.
can handle it. But, yeah.
You know what it couldn't handle?
What?
Fucking Dream Drop Distance.
It could not. It should not have tried.
I love flow motion, but don't do that on a handheld. Don't do that to me on a handheld. What are you doing to me on a handheld? Where am I in Monstro's belly?
Where am I in a handheld?
Where's Wargoyle?
Where's Wargoyle?
It's a little funny joke. I lost a boss in Dream Drop Distance. I was just like, could not find him.
Is that why we started saying that joke?
Yeah, you might have been in the car with me when I was having that fight, and I was just like, where's Wargoyle? Or I might have texted you, where's Wargoyle?
And then I made the joke of Sora bouncing on his Meow Wow.
Yeah.
Being like, where's Wargoyle?
I couldn't, the dude is huge. We're both trapped in Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
That's the one. Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
And he's gone. He's gone. I can't find him.
Even though he's in just a normal plaza.
He's normal. He was next to me, but I couldn't find him because the Meow Wow takes up the full 100% of the screen. It's a handheld.
Yeah. And especially on your small ass Gen 1 3DS.
Basic ass 3DS, yeah.
Is that the end of the podcast? You have a small 3DS?
I don't like that. I don't like the way that sounds. I have a big 3DS. It's fine.
Size doesn't matter. How do we get on? Well, how did we get here?
We talked about style. Oh, Cookie giving me little kisses. As a brief thing about sequels and themes, Smash is all over the goddamn place.
Yeah, definitely.
I've never seen a game go that off the rails.
Yeah.
Like, Smash 64 was very bright and colorful. Melee was like weirdly dark.
Dark.
Smash was a different kind of, or Brawl was a weird, different kind of dark.
Brawl was heavy.
Yeah, Brawl was heavy. Melee was heavy too.
Melee was heavy for a different reason.
They're heavy games. Could you give me some kisses?
Brawl was heavy theme and sort of
Melee was heavy style.
Melee was heavy gameplay wise. Melee was heavy on the style, I think.
But you're right, they're weird.
But also Melee felt empty.
Yeah, Melee had a weird...
Now, let me tell you this. All-Star mode.
I don't like it.
All-Star mode in between matches.
I don't like it. I don't like Melee.
Melee is uncomfortable.
It's a game for sure.
Everything just about it screams silence.
So I feel like I could describe them as people, right? Smash 64 is like a kid. Like a fun kid who's like, look at these cool toys. Brawl is like, I'm kind of an adult now.
Hold on. No. MatPat did this.
MatPat did this?
MatPat did this.
Oh, no.
Fuck you.
Melee's gonna kill me in an alley, though. I'm gonna go into Melee's house and he's like, yeah, I vape a couple times a day.
Okay, well, MatPat didn't do this.
And he's gonna stab me.
Like, this is one of the last videos I ever watched MatPat do, and I'm like, okay, MatPat. Because he was talking about, like, Sakurai, like, growing up with the series, and how, like, crazy...
But Melee's gonna kill me is the thing.
Right, Melee is...
I would not be alone in a room with Melee. I feel like it would hurt me. Or it would tell me things that I didn't want to know. I would, like, see something. It was Melee the game? No, it was Brawl. With the Daisy trophy thing.
With the eye?
Yeah. It was Brawl.
Melee was that.
That was Melee?
That was Melee.
God damn it, Melee!
Yeah, because Melee was using the original Daisy sprite-based-on thing.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So you'd zoom in and the back of her hair would have an eye on it.
Yeah, so I feel like if I was alone in a room with Melee, it would, like, try to hurt me or it would just tell me something.
It would, like,
see something.
You know what it'd do? You'd see right next to it the trophy explanation thing, text box, but it'd just say, like, things like, you don't, like, things you don't want to read.
It would tell me the exact date of my death.
You'd have to read it, though.
I wouldn't look away.
You'd look away and, like, it'd follow you.
Oh, man, it's in my peripheral vision, like, the entire time. And Melee is whispering into my ear.
Yeah.
Melee's a weirdo. I don't
What is
trust
Smash
them.
4? Smash 4 is just a tempered adult.
Yeah, it's just a dude. Let's have some fun. Let's play a game.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Yeah. That's the end of the episode.
Oh.
Don't. You have something to tell me.
I don't know. Think about when you beat Master Hand in Smash 64.
When it gets quiet?
When you leave.
Oh, you leave the house, don't you?
You leave your room.
You leave the room? Yeah, damn.
And you hear the door close. I don't know what's happening to me.
You gave me goosebumps.
I got goosebumps and my eyes are watering.
Dude, you get Imaginarium vibes? You are crying.
No, don't make me think about that. No, I hate that. No.
Talk about the worst style physically possible.
Don't bring that up. I'm having a moment here. I don't need to think about that train wreck. Literally. I don't know why I got so much tears. But, like, it gave me such, like, the music was, like, kind of uplifting.
Yeah, look it up immediately after this video.
Why are you talking to the people in the podcast?
I'm talking to people listening. We're gonna look it up.
I don't want to watch that. Like, you put down the player you were playing with on your desk, and like you set it down, and then you just sort of like step back in the room, and you hear click click, you hear the door close, and then the credits start rolling, and it's like.
Wait, was it credits rolling and then that, or that and then credits rolling?
It was that and then credits rolling. Like, what the fuck was that?
That's just like a lot to do to me here in Smash 64.
Why did that give me that reaction?
Because it's grown up.
It's
a finality.
Yeah, it is. God damn.
And that's the most thing you can do to like a childhood story.
I can't believe 64 resonated the most emotionally with me. Just then, just now.
I mean, and that's because that's how you do a childhood story.
And that's why it almost feels scary.
Yeah. It's
because things go... You have to be ready to deal with the quiet.
And I mean, that's because it's life. Everything else is like a lot to deal with. But it's all like... Melee's weird, and it's like it's silent, and it's like it's unusual. But Smash 64 is just life. That's just what happens. Like, children grow up. Sometimes you stop playing.
82, man. What the fuck?
This is what happens when we come in with like an actual plan of shit to talk about. Fucking
existential shit, dude.
Yeah,
I cry.
Let's make jokes and stuff next time instead.
Yeah. All right,
that's the end of the episode.
We had Oreos.
What did you think of your Oreos?
Did we explain that we had Oreos?
We did not mention it.
We had Oreos. They were okay.
They were good. They're Oreos.
They were all right.
Normal Oreos.
That
was been episode 82, Cookies and Milk.
I've been your host, William.
I've been your host, Ben. Thanks for listening.
Bye.